who would like to do a recap of what happened when we played 2 weeks ago? Don't all go
What
at once.
happened when we played 2 weeks ago? What did we do?
That's why I'm trying to find out.
Smuggled.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
We smuggled our way through Meriden.
Yep.
Using false papers, false captain, and a bunch of disguises. We contemplated using a wish. Continued sailing up the river until we hit the rail border where there's now a watchtower. Managed to convince them we're silk merchants. Continued up the river. Went straight past the village we tried to convince we were silk merchants before, straight into the forest, or the edge of the forest. Four of us went scouting ahead to look for the dragon. Harafan went down a hole in the river, and then we heard a big swoosh and something go overhead, and the other people on the ship saw a big-ass green dragon flying towards them.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. What happened at the start of last week?
There was more?
There was more, yeah.
Malvern's 11 Valley, and that's all I can remember.
Yeah, we got drunk as fuck.
Oh yeah, the big party. And there was a zombie that attacked Malbrin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And did it get revealed to the party that zombie was Malbrin's mentor?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, then. A zombie attacked Malbrin.
I went threw someone off his ship.
Yeah, you threw one of the synth band members off, didn't you?
Yours got banned. Amir.
Febreze.
Febreze has a band now. Sorry.
Different people, damn it.
Different folk.
One's blue and one's red. Totally different, alright?
Got it.
Yeah, so that's basically where we left off last week. So, the other thing, what else happened to you, Naren?
What else did happen to Naren? What am I forgetting?
You sold something.
Oh yeah, I sold the key because a lady blinked and I was in a white space and it was very scary. So I decided to just give her the key for $7,000 in information.
Yes, and I didn't give you the information last week. I didn't have it to hand. But the address that she gave you is 122 Bowman Avenue in a district of Meriden called the Breakers. I'll paste this in the chat.
What was the information I asked for again? Was it about the map? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, the location that the syndicate are keeping it in.
Good to know.
So yeah. So that was basically everything that we had left over from last week. So basically, as far as I recall, where we left off last week was Praffen, Mulbrin, Naren, and Lida had gone into the forest, and Zorgar, Muir, and Rurak were on the ship with the Legion, and you guys sailed past Hearthglen, and then from the ship's perspective, you saw a bunch of kind of birds fly off, and then there was this kind of rustle through the trees, and a big green winged thing emerges. And the people in the forest, you kind of see this shadow pass overhead, and as this shadow passes overhead, the mist that was hanging over the forest kind of seems to thicken, and there's almost like a kind of a weird kind of camera focal length thing going on, where all of a sudden the trees seem taller, the mist is thicker and kind of more obscuring, and also kind of in the sort of the periphery of the area you're in, you can see all these thickets are kind of, maybe they were there before, maybe they weren't, wherever they are, there's these big, thick thickets of like brambles and thorns kind of interspersed among the trees. And the people on the ship... Where's my music? So the people on the ship, you see this kind of green draconic beast emerge from the forest. She kind of like flies up and then does a sort of a spin and does the big kind of reveal of the wingspan, and then kind of swoops forward and down towards the ship. And what are you guys going to do? You've got maybe 5 or 10 seconds before this thing, which seems to be heading for the ship, turns up.
So it's very obvious that it's there, right? We're all aware
big
of it.
frickin' dragon.
I would like to send a calm and collected group chat message to the others in the form of, "There's a dragon here!"
Yeah, because I'm still under the thing, I'm in, Jake.
Yeah, you're a little spider in kind of an underground cavern system, as I believe where we left off.
Fairy Puff.
Would I be able to activate the Sphere of Storms?
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah.
I'm gonna go for that.
All right.
Shoot him down with lightning.
Sorga, what are you doing?
I'm on the ship, right?
You are, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really. I can't leave without them. So, just I don't know what to do. How far away from the ship are they?
The rest of the dudes, your companions, they disappeared into the forest probably about 5 or 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
Obviously, you've been here before, so you kind of know the layout of things. So you know where they're likely to have probably gone. You know, Naren would probably have taken them up the river. Would be a reasonable assumption. But you don't know, like, you can't like see them.
Yeah. Yeah. I've also been here before, right?
Yeah.
So. Are you guys going to try and fight the dragon, or are you going to run?
It's going to try and fight you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run off the ship.
See ya.
All right. So.
I'm going to go try and find Naren.
Okay. So you're going to run off towards the forest?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's this shape kind of rears up and swoops down towards the ship. And you're... So... So it's just the stones that you guys have, right? It's not like you haven't got like a whip down phone contraption or anything. It's just a stone.
No, it's just a stone.
I couldn't remember if it was like an earring or something. So Mira pulls out this stone from her pocket and kind of yells into it. The soldiers on the ship are kind of it takes a couple seconds for them to react, but then they rush to find their bows and stuff and start kind of popping off arrows into the sky. Rurik pulls his sphere out of whatever sphere receptacle Rurik keeps it in. I don't know, a satchel or something. And he grips it and he kind of activates it. And it sort of, he's kind of got it like this, except it's floating in the middle and there's like lightning crackling off his fingertips into it. And then there's this kind of dark storm cloud begins to spread overhead. And this green shape swoops down and says, "Foolish! You think to slay me? You are nothing!" And she has like this kind of feminine lilt to her voice. And you hear this snapping as she kind of swoops down, does a sort of a kind of a gentle bank to the right and kind of comes at you from the side and snaps the main mast. And then kind of continues off. So in this scenario, it's kind of the equivalent of your turn, because she looks like she's coming around for another pass.
As people in the forest allowed to do anything?
Yeah, okay, yeah, well, yeah, sure, yeah, well, what are you guys in the forest doing?
Try and get Hraffen out of the place. Like, try and get him to come back out.
Yeah, Naren's got to start heading back towards the ship, but also very aware there's an army probably, or more enemies leaving Dragon's Cave that we should be wary of.
I'm also gonna cast Sending to my sailor to hide.
Okay.
Probably below deck in the ship.
Um,
Probably as soon as I saw it, rather than
Yeah. She probably doesn't reply immediately, but then like after a couple seconds, you kind of get a message back. Okay, it's fine. Oh, there was a big crack, and then the message goes. So Naren, you're heading back towards the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, Melbourne, what are you doing?
So, where's Hraffen right now then?
So where we left off last week, as far as I remember, was you guys had gone up to a point in the river where Naren said there's an entrance in there, and Hraffen had kind of turned himself into a fish and swum down to investigate, and has not returned.
Well, Malborn would, if Malborn sees Naren heading back, she would probably stay where she is in the hope that Hraffen comes back.
Okay.
Yeah, he could turn into a fast animal and we can ride him back. Like an eagle or something.
So Malborn's holding ground. Litter, you also holding ground?
Yep.
All right. Hraffen, what are you doing?
Well, would I know? Like, what would I know?
You felt there was a definite kind of shaking of the cavern, and then a couple seconds later, you'd hear a message from on the group chat going, "There's a dragon here."
Right, I will head back the way I came. First as spider, then as fish.
Okay. So, meanwhile, on the ship, so you guys are all in the forest doing your thing. On the ship, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to cast lightning bolt from the sphere towards the dragon.
Okay. How's lightning bolt work again? Is that she make a save?
I have to make a dex save.
She rolls a 9 plus. She gets a 15.
I think my spell save is actually like 17.
Yeah, probably is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
all right.
So she failed that one.
Go for damage.
8d6. Does this contribute to my storm armor?
Yeah, it'll just be like you cast the spell at its lowest level, which I think is 3.
Is 3. Okay, so I cast at 3rd level. Cool. I'll just roll damage then.
Go for it.
And that's, I think it's 8d6. Yeah. Okay, one sec. Is there a way to roll like more than like 8 of them at once on roll 20?
I think if you type /roll 8d6 or exclamation roll 8d6, it should do it. Yeah, /roll 8d6.
Cool. Ignoring my first roll, this is 27 with
27.
8. Yeah.
Alrighty. So Rurak, as he's channeling this thing, he kind of watches this mast fall and swings around as the dragon's kind of swooping around for another pass, and kind of brings it like almost like a big laser beam, because it starts firing before he has it round, and he swings this big bolt of lightning round, and it kind of slams into the side of a wing, and she kind of does a barrel roll in midair, but is still heading back for the ship for a second pass.
Okay. Can I just like be like, as a free action, talking to the stone and be like, guys, I need help, like right now.
I would like to cast Reduce on the dragon, please.
Can you cast Reduce at that distance? Do you not have to touch
How
her?
far away is it? No, 30 feet.
She's further than 30 feet away. She's probably like
Can I
60
wait until
to.
she's? Can I wait until she comes back round?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah.
Okay. So Muir is holding. Okay. So what is the device to cast Reduce look like?
I feel like it's some mad force field thing. And if she flies through it, she turns small for a bit for some reason. I don't know.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So Muir has this sort of weird arcane contraption in her hand. She's kind of weighing it in one hand, ready to lob it into the air. Zorgar, you're legging it towards the forest?
I'm gonna go back. I heard because I got the message from Vivek saying that he needs help. You know.
Okay. So Zorgar kind of leaps off the ship and starts running, and then kind of turns, like, as the dragon smashes the main mast and flies off. There's this crack of thunder, and Zorgar kind of stops and turns and starts heading back. And then she's going to come for her second pass.
Are the soldiers with arrows shooting them?
They are. They don't seem to be making much of an impact right now.
Damn it!
Because it's only been about 10 seconds. Their reactions aren't quite up to snuff.
God damn it!
So she. Were you going to say something, Patrick?
I was going to ask if it's a protect the ship or ditch the ship sort of situation.
I think it's protect the ship.
I want to move the fight away from the ship, but we can't let the ship get destroyed. One, because it's my ship, and
We'll
two,
be stuck.
because it's the only way we're getting the gold out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, go on.
So she gets struck on the wing, does a sort of barrel roll, and then kind of comes in low for another pass. And she says, "You cannot hope to match me. My hide is stone, my claws jagged stakes, my teeth razors. Who among you would hope to stand against me and yet live?" Muir, kind of as she is delivering her final dramatic line, she is about in range for your reduce spell.
Oh, hell yeah!
What has she got to do?
Perfect timing.
She's got. Oh, goddamn, she's a fucking drag. She's got to make a Constitution save, which I imagine she's gonna make, but it'll be funny if she doesn't.
What is your difficulty class?
18.
18. Where do I put her?
Does she have a plus 10?
Ooh.
She has exactly a plus 10.
Oh, fuck.
God dang it!
Mira, can you make an athletics check for me, please?
Sure can. Hold on. Oh, it's being slow. Hold on. Athletics. Why isn't that? I can't see it. I can only see acrobatics. Oh, well, I'll just roll. 20. Hold on.
Athletics is further down than acrobatics.
Oh, why is it alphabetical?
That is
5?
alphabetical.
Yeah.
It is.
Huh?
There's just other A letters.
I can only...
It's
No.
below Arcana.
What did you get, Mira?
I assume... I don't know.
Oh,
5. No,
5.
7.
7. Okay.
Squish.
Naren, can you also roll a d20 for one of your legionaries, please?
Sure.
Actually, I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Oh.
But go for it anyways.
Oh.
I'm so disappointed that didn't work.
15.
15.
Plus whatever the thing is.
Okay. So the dragon swoops down, delivers her bit, and Muir heaves this weird contraption into the air, and it sort of expands into this kind of weird prismatic sort of vertical plane that the dragon flies through, and there's this kind of crackling sensation over her that doesn't seem to really have much of an impact. And she reaches down with her talons and snatches up Muir and one of the soldiers on the ship, and then
John!
flies off again.
Damn it.
Naren, can you give me a survival check, please?
Am I allowed to use a reaction to saying to the stone again that they have
There we
Muir?
go. 19.
Yeah.
It's quite a while.
It's not gonna do anything. We can't get there any faster.
It updates you.
What'd you get? 19.
Yeah. It
Okay,
took
so
a
you're-
while, so I clicked it.
You're extremely confident because you're not that far into the forest. That you basically just have to turn around, and running that way will get you back to the ship. Except you don't seem to be getting closer to the ship. Like you're in different. You're trying to wade through all these weird thickets that were not there before, and you're kind of like it's like you're not sure if you're getting mixed up and turned around or like because you're noticing trees that didn't seem to be like none of the terrain makes sense anymore. There's this kind of thin mist around you that sort of obscures everything, and you're not actually convinced you're actually that much closer to the place you're supposed to be. And you can no longer see Lyda and Malvern.
Yeah, crap.
Um, people in the forest, have you got any sort of plan?
We're waiting
Raffin
for
will have
Raffin.
provided. Raffin will kind of arrive back after that sort of second pass.
Raffin, what's your fastest animal you can turn into?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just looking. Does it have to be something that flies then?
Flying would be better just for the dragon fight, I think, but they're usually the fastest, but don't have to be.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to think as well because it's something that it'll have to be something that's going to be good in the dragon fight as well. Otherwise, it's how far away? Like how far away are we then?
You're probably about 300 or 400 feet away from the ship. Only a couple minutes walk.
But you need me to turn to something flying. Yeah, the only thing I've got down here is a giant eagle. Really.
How fast is it?
10 feet or 80 feet flying.
Do you have anything faster that can also carry us?
I'm looking.
Is it not a bonus action for you to change into your shape?
Yeah, it's a bonus action to do that. Yeah.
You move
Oh, so you can
160 feet.
dash.
Yeah.
So if we're about 300 feet away, it's take us like 3 turns to get there. Or
2.
3 rounds. 2.
2.
The only other thing that's faster is like an air elemental that's flying. I mean, I'm just going by what animals I've got here in the D&D Beyond.
I'd be
I think
surprised if
that's
there
it.
was anything bigger than a giant eagle. Or faster than a giant eagle that was also.
There's an air elemental, that's yeah, but I don't think an air elemental could carry anything.
You could probably carry one person as an air elemental. Because you can punch people as an air elemental, so you can probably carry one
suppose so,
person. Yeah. But that
Probably
uses
be
2 of
better
your
off
shapes.
doing-
How about 1.5 people then?
So I'm just thinking that the elemental will be better in the fight, I think, than the eagle, but we can go with the eagle, actually. Hold on.
I can move pretty far in a turn.
How far can you move?
Well,
Because you got bonus actions dashes as well, don't you?
Yeah, so I can dash twice. So I can do what, 90 feet?
That's pretty good.
Plus I'm ranged anyway, so I don't need to be up there.
Naren, how fast can you go? I know we
It's
can't. We don't know
speedy.
where you are right now.
But it's no, it's just standard 60 per turn. Singular dash. I think I'm not lost, but I'm not where I should be.
Yeah. It's up to you, Hrafen.
Oh, I don't know.
Melbourne doesn't need a lift, but I do.
The eagle's only one of my shapes, isn't it? How many have I got? I've got 3, Jake. I can't
Yeah, you
remember.
got 3
now, or
normally
4.
because you've got your robes. So that gives you an elemental and another thing.
I thought I had 4, to be honest, but
You have
But
2 normally,
no.
and then your robes give you an extra one.
cool.
Would the eagle be able to carry me and Naren?
Yeah, I think the eagles carried that sort of weight before.
I think
And
the eagle.
also,
It's just
like-
I'm just terms of I'm just thinking in terms of the wild shape in the fight. It just means I'll do less damage in the battle. Like he does 1d6 plus 3 and 2d6 plus 3.
Well, if you get 3 bonus shapes, if you get 3 shapes anyway, that means you can still turn into air elemental after you drop eagle form.
No, yeah, it's fair enough. I'm thinking more in terms of the length of the fight and all that kind of thing. But we'll go with eagle. I think that's probably the sensible thing to do.
Okay.
All right, so Hrafen is transforming into an eagle and giving you guys a lift. Is that the plan?
Yeah, we got to pick up Naren.
Okay.
Would Melbourne be able to fit on as well?
Yeah, because you're not. It's not like you're trying to carry 3 people for like 8 hours a day or anything. It's like a short distance. You can probably make it work.
Okay, I'll do that then. Fast as
Cool.
possible.
Sure. Okay. So you guys, Hrafen kind of spreads his arms, and they grow feathers, and then he assumes this giant bird form, and you guys jump on and then head off to try and find Naren in the direction of the ship. Muir, you are in the dragon's claws. Rurak and Zorgar, what is your plans?
Guess where?
Is Wings Like Gales around, Jake?
Not right now.
No? Hmm. Okay.
Be
Sorry, you
nice
don't have
if
the...
he was around.
That'd be great. You don't have the boots, do you?
I don't have the boots of flying now.
No.
Raffen has them.
Where's Muir? Where's the dragon?
I thought somebody else had the boots of flying now.
The dragon is about 50 or 60 feet away, but about 40 feet up.
Okay, I'm gonna do something. Cool. I'll just say to Zorgar, good luck. I'll see you later. I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna go on the and
See you later.
see you later. I'm gonna go on a dragon, and I'm going to, put the sphere in somewhere in the back or whatever.
All right.
Okay, I use the sphere to. I can use the sphere as a
You're gonna do.
as a
You're gonna go
ritual
on
thing, right?
top of the dragon.
I can use it as a spell focus, right, Jake?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
How are you gonna do that?
Yeah. Can I just get the sphere and hold it in both hands and then just thunder step onto the back of the dragon and grab on hold?
You can
Like a
give it
monkey?
a bash. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
it.
you'll get above her.
Take me with you.
Okay.
Probably it's gonna
Take
have
you
to
with
be acrobatics check to catch her.
Okay. Sure.
But there's quite a
What's
lot of
on the
purchase
paper?
on a dragon's back,
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be
What
fine.
happens if you fall there?
Patrick, can you do both of us?
No, I can't take both of us.
Damn.
Sorry, man. I don't know.
I've got my cloak.
I don't really have much of a plan. Jake, I'm gonna. Is there any hooks or knives or anything on the ship that?
We used to have grappling hooks.
Yeah, there's. What are you trying to do?
I want to teleport in the back of the dragon
Mhm.
and stab something into it, so I have like some sort of thing to hold on to.
Oh yeah, there'll be
Apart from
Stone one, won't you?
there'll be, you know, if you got soldiers on board, there's likely to be like some swords at arm's reach. So you can
Okay.
definitely, there'll be something you can try and stab with.
Can I even just use like Thelnir's like little
Yeah.
pointy bit?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do that then. I'm gonna
Alright.
teleport on top of it and use the little
Okay.
knife on Thelnir to grab on.
All right, so give us an attack roll rather than an acrobatics check. Then.
Sure. One sec. Did that do it?
Yeah.
Oh, a 13's not gonna cut it. I don't think. I don't have an inspiration, do I? No.
Can you do that +6 bullshit? Is it? Oh, no.
If it's an attack roll, no. I think I'll double check. Hold on.
Actually, tell you what, Jake, I probably wouldn't be able to use Thelnir because I said I was using the sphere as my in like both hands. So
Yeah, but you like, you know, if you wanted to have used Thelnir, you could have put the sphere in your backpack or whatever. It's not really a big
right,
deal.
yeah.
Because the sphere is just on. No. Like you
It's
don't really
just
have,
on.
you don't have to concentrate on the storm thing. It's just there.
Okay, got it.
Can I try and like grapple onto the dragon?
How are you
You
going to try and
could-
grapple onto the dragon?
Is there any grappling hooks or anything I could like grab onto it with?
Naren, you said you had grappling hooks on the ship.
The ship is equipped with rope grapples.
We also all had grappling.
Yeah,
a
we have our
singular
own
cannon.
individual ones.
Oh, we all have individual ones?
Yeah,
Okay.
knowing you and your strength, you could probably throw it towards the dragon.
However, knowing the grapple hook strength from the past, the grapple hook is not strong enough for Zorga.
It is. It's a dragon.
Is it true? How?
Last time when we were using them to climb up or down something, it started to break and we had to use 2 for Zorga. Because they're a bit
Mm.
If
weighty.
you guys are maintaining like your own personal grappling hooks, though, then it would make sense that Zargar would have, you know, made adjustments so that he had like enough, you know, thicker rope or whatever if it was gonna be a problem. So like if Zargar has a personal grappling hook, Zargar's grappling hook will be enough to, you know, hold him, because otherwise it'd be pretty useless.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Makes
go for
sense.
it. Give us an attack roll.
Attack roll.
Because you're trying to attack her with a grappling hook. That's how the grappling hook rules work.
Oh, okay. Do I get what bonuses do I get on that? Just like
You get
initiative.
your strength, and you probably get your proficiency bonus.
Efficiency, so 25.
25. Yeah, that's enough to hit her. So Zergar kind of tweaks his hook out, and you know he does the side spin and launches it up towards the dragon. And Marek, what is your plan? You're teleporting.
I'm teleporting on top of it and trying to grab on whilst like stabbing the pummel of Thelnir into
Sure.
the height of the dragon.
Okay. So Zargar tweaks the hook up, gets a loop on a back spike, and it holds, and then Zargar gets kind of like swept into the air. And Rurak, there's like this peal of thunder as Rurak kind of vanishes from the ship deck and appears above the dragon, and then falls and tries to stab the hammer in, but it scrapes on the scales on the back. So can you give us an acrobatics check, Rurak?
Okay. Okay.
Think about how mental this would look.
Yeah.
You just fucking appeared above it and we're just like,
Now hang on. Did I not have that thing equipped? That's the ogre of the gauntlets of ogre power.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
19. So for acrobatics is would I be able to use athletics instead, Jake? Because I'm falling and putting my weight on the
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
stallion. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Oh, much better.
Sure. Okay. So Rurak kind of goes poof, and falls and tries to stake Thulnir in, and the pommel of Thulnir kind of scrapes along the back and then kind of gets enough purchase to kind of give him a moment to grab one of the spikes on the dragon's back. So Rurak is secured to the dragon. Zorgar is being pulled by the dragon. Muir is being held by the dragon. The crew and the soldiers are freaking out because everyone's just fucked off.
Okay, can I cast Spider Climb on myself?
Yes. What does that do?
Ooh.
It means I can walk up and down things without having to hold on to them.
Okay. You're still grappled and restrained in her claws, but if she tries to drop or whatever, then you'll just stick.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Sure. Okay.
And can I use my cloak of teleporting?
Yeah.
Can I also teleport onto the back of the dragon?
Let me. So it's dimension door, right?
I think so.
Come on, DD man.
Just make sure you don't teleport into the dragon.
Ugh.
Yeah,
That
bad
would be
time.
a bad time. Cozy though.
So yeah, so the deal with dimension door is you can either teleport to a place that you have like been, or you can give it kind of a like raw directions, like teleport 10 feet up. So give us an Arcana check to kind of gauge your distance, right?
Alright.
You're pretty smart. It shouldn't be that hard.
I'm a smart lady.
There's always a natural one, though.
That is true.
Oh,
Woohoo! 34.
Ooh.
34.
Who was a net 20? Hey!
All right. So Mira is in the dragon's claws. Everyone else is on the dragon's back, where Zorgar's being kind of pulled behind. There's kind of the rope is doing the wobble on him as he's trying to heave his way up. Rurak is holding on to the back, and then there's this kind of flash of purple light, and Muir kind of falls a short distance and grabs on as well. So you are on the dragon's back.
Oh shit, Rurak, what are you doing here?
What the fuck are you doing here? You were in his claws.
Yeah, I didn't like that idea. I was gonna get squished. What the fuck do we do?
I don't know. Hold on.
Alright, okay.
So the dragon is going to
Is
try
that
and...
Zorgar?
Fuck. Zorgar.
The dragon is coming around for another pass at the ship, but she is going to she's going to barrel roll and try and knock you all off. So I need everyone to make an... Well, you can either try and, use an acrobatics check to, hold on the right way, or you can make an athletics check to try and just hold on through brute strength.
Let's do brute
I'm gonna make an athletics check.
Go for it.
Since I'm using Spider Climb, do I need to?
Oh, you don't actually. Yeah, you're just stuck there.
Hey. Can I be prepared to catch Rurak if he falls?
Oh no.
Sure,
no,
yeah.
no.
Take us both out. Great.
Oh dear.
I got 27.
27.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
you're on tight. I'm not letting go of this rope. Zorgar's down there. You're pretty dizzy. Your face is just
I'm gonna vomit, guys.
but you got your rope. You're kind of heaving yourself up.
Is there a time to cast a spell since having mounted the dragon?
It depends on the spell.
Its ability on myself.
Yeah, you can probably have have done that. Yeah, either before you went up there or after arriving.
I'm just a little concerned because I rolled a 5, so I'm like, can I give myself advantage on this by casting
Yeah,
a spell?
probably. Yeah.
I
Go for it.
give him a +6.
Okay.
And he writes
Oh,
down.
cool. Thank you. I'll go for the enhanced ability. One
Go
sec.
for it.
So I'm going to give myself Bull's Strength, which gives me an advantage on strength checks.
Sure.
There you go. So athletics is a strength check, right?
It is a strength
Yep.
check. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh Jesus. I rolled a
13 plus
4.
6 is still good, though.
Wait, I rolled it twice. I see. Okay, so it's just the first one then.
So 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 6, 19.
Plus 6 from Muir. All right. So she does a double barrel roll, and you're kind of Muir's just sort of stuck on, like it's kind of you're kind of it's like Muir wouldn't know what it's like, but it's like it's like you're kind of PVA'd onto this dragon, so like you can kind of detach yourself, but it feels sticky and weird, and you can reattach yourself. Rurak is holding on with Thonir and to this back spike, and then kind of gets like kind of tweaked around. Your beard gets caught on one of the back spikes, and there's a kind of a nasty tug on the face. But you hold on. Zorgar's down the bottom, kind of making quite a lot of clanking noises, but just kind of stalwartly heaving himself up the grappling hook.
Question: if she did a double barrel roll, wouldn't that make the rope shorter? So isn't he closer?
It depends what direction.
Eh.
Because it could also have like detached the rope. So for sake of not having to get into which way around the rope is wound and which way around she's rolling and stuff like that, we'll just say it's the same length. So she is going to come around for her third pass on the ship. People in the forest on Raffin's back, can you give us a perception check to try and find Naren?
Oh, so not me.
Perception.
Yes.
A 4.
Going to me slightly better, please.
You have failed.
You don't get to talk. You're the one that got lost.
I didn't get lost. The forest lost me.
I think the eagle should probably do it as well. Mr. Raffin.
Can't blame the forest
Eagle
for
eyes.
losing you.
Eagly.
Yeah.
Absolutely can. It's a magical forest.
I'll use my stone to be like, hey, can you like do something that would be noticeable, please? We can't find you.
Breathe fire into the air.
Set fire to the forest.
Forest fire.
That's the last thing we need.
I don't think it is.
Oh,
Should.
amazing.
Ooh, ambience.
Thank you for the message, Mel. I thought that had been going the whole time, but apparently not. So,
Did Raffin roll?
there's not one has been appearing.
Sorry, 2 secs. I can't get my rolling thing to work. It's on D&D Beyond, isn't it? Just click on the...
Yeah, you should do.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll try and do it on the Roll20. Oh, now it's working.
14. Okay, so you guys jump on Raffin's back, and Raffin kind of glides up into the air, and you're kind of peering around to see where Naren is. Malburn and Litter, you're looking, in the places you'd expect him to be, given the direction he ran off in. And then Raffin, you notice that, like, way off to the left, you see a glint of red scales and, a kind of a flash of Nautilus in the sunlight, as Naren kind of making his way through this underbrush, having apparently turned 90 degrees at some point.
Let's go grab him.
You're going
The
the wrong
fucking
way.
idiot.
Well, I swooped down.
Yeah, just fucking grab him in your claws.
Okay, I'll swoop down and grab him in my claws.
Alright, so Raffin,
It's like
My talons!
Raffin swoops down with his fearsome talons and grips Naren fiercely and lifts him into the air. The dragon, meanwhile, swoops back down towards the ship and alights on the left hand, or a side of the ship, the side of the ship she's closest to, and kind of grips the banisters with her front claws, having deposited the legionary at some point on the way down. And then she beats her wings and starts to actually capsize the ship. She says, "You cannot!" She did that one already. She says, "You who slew my love and plundered our home, you will find Morganth the Green a more dire foe."
We killed her boyfriend.
Legion
Oh,
not stabbing
no!
her toes or anything to.
They're giving it a bash, but you know, the boat is kind of the level surface the Legion are on is now becoming more like this, and it's actually difficult for them to get up there.
There's grapples. Use the grapples.
So it looks like, from people on Dragon's Back's perspective, you've got maybe a round before the boat fully turns by 90 degrees and is on one side.
Oh dear. Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
Quick question, Jake.
Yes.
Do I have resistance or immunity to lightning damage?
You have immunity to lightning damage.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll be a minute trying to decide what I'm doing. Sorry.
Okay.
Could I get to the dragon's face within this turn?
Yeah, you probably can, yeah. Zrogar,
That's also
you
I
will
was going
also
to ask.
kind of gravity is now on your side, so your ascent to the dragon has become much faster.
Can I get? I was also going to ask if I can get to the dragon's face.
So you'd arrive at her tail. Give us an athletics check to see if you can kind of stick the landing, and then also get across her back.
Check. Coming up. That work?
I didn't see him. Oh, there we go. 29.
Nat 20.
Still low. It's lagging so hard for me in roll 20.
Same.
Oh yeah, 29.
So
Okay.
the dragon swoops down, alights, starts beating the wings, and as she kind of clamps herself down on the back of the side of the ship, there's a kind of a nasty wood splintering sound, and kind of the dragon is like flying down like this, and Zorgar's coming like this, and then he kind of slams onto the tail, kind of sticks the landing, and kind of pushes himself up and runs along her back. So Mira and Zorgar can both get to the dragon's head this turn. What do you want to do when you get there?
Can I knife it in the eye?
That's what I was going to do. So
Yeah,
we'll,
go
we'll
for it.
do an eye each.
Oh yeah.
Give us an attack
Yeah.
roll.
Hold on. Let's see. Zorga, you go first, but I just title spell for you.
20. 29.
29. Alright, so yeah, Zorgar, you crit her in the eye. Go for damage.
I'm using a dagger. I'm not using my axe.
Sure, okay.
Just in case I lose this dagger. What's a dagger?
Dagger's a D4.
D4.
Not gonna do a lot.
Axe or in
Using
the
a
eye?
dagger. Why don't you use
Yeah.
the end of the axe or the proper end of the axe?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just use the axe.
This thing's a D4!
Also, I don't think
'cause-
daggers are strength either.
I can smite if I use my axe. So.
Smite this
I
back.
You can smite on a
Oh,
dagger
yeah.
as well if you want. Like, you can smite with just a fist, I think.
Yeah, but I'm gonna smite with the axe.
Alright.
I'm gonna do the highest
it in
level
the
smite
eye.
I can do. It's like 68, isn't it? The maximum I can do.
So it's So 1d8 from your axe plus a d8 plus a number of d8s equal to the level of the spell slot.
So 5 then.
Yeah, I think.
Alright.
And then double it. And then add your strength.
Yeah.
Do I not get 2 hits when I attack?
You do, but do this one first because it's a crit.
Okay. So that's.
Was Muir hurt when the dragon picked her up?
No, it's purely
41.
a grabby thing. 41.
Yeah.
You need to roll another d12
Should be
and
more
another
than that.
5d8.
You need to double your dice.
Yeah.
So that. 33. So
So altogether, that's what? 10 plus 26. It's 36 plus 9. So
Plus
quite an
strength.
eye-watering amount of damage.
Wait, so how much of it is it total with the... Is it with strength
hold
as
on.
well? 10 plus
it's
26 plus 9.
74 damage.
74
Is
damage.
that including strength and stuff?
That's including strength. Oh wait, I didn't include my +1 axe though. So it's 70.
Plus 2 eggs.
Okay, so it's 78 then.
Wait, what's your strength?
+5.
Plus 5.
But you only do that once, right?
No, I do it twice because
Oh,
it's
attack.
two different attacks.
This is
No, it's
the one
the
attack.
same attack.
Oh,
So you
It's
just
'cause
crit
you
her in the
crit.
eye.
Oh,
So
Crit
you
means
doubled
you
all
double
the
the
dice.
dice.
But you only had the
Oh,
one fire
alright.
dice. And then you've still got a
Right.
second attack afterwards.
okay.
I believe
sorry.
that's 71 for that hit.
Yeah. That sounds right. And then I do the second one.
I mean, if you could get
Jesus.
the other eye, I can try and save the ship.
Can I do that, Jake? Can I go with the other eye on the other attack?
Yeah, go for it.
How big
Right.
is that face?
It's quite a large face. Like she's slightly bigger than the other dragon. But
How big is the dragon? It's the one we're on.
Does that hit, Jake?
That's 24. not
24.
40.
yeah, 24 will hit. So this dragon she's about she is gargantuan. So her combat space she takes up is 4x4. Her actual the width of her back is about 15 feet wide. And she's maybe it's difficult to get a gauge on it because you've only seen her kind of in quite fast moving scenarios. But she's probably 50, 60 feet long head to tail.
Is she bigger than the last dragon?
Yes.
Is she about the size of the ship, though?
Jake,
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
that is 102 total damage.
102 total damage. So,
Wow.
Muir, what are you doing?
Nice.
I was gonna smack in the eyeball. I don't think there's a point in that anymore.
I've done
can
both
I
eyes.
cast wall of water on the other side of the ship that's sinking? It's gonna
Yeah,
happen,
sure, yeah.
So it rights itself.
You can try, yeah.
I'd like to do that.
It might also damage the ship, but because you're basically hitting it with tsunami.
Not tsunami. Wall of water.
So are you moving the wall towards it?
Oh no! There has the tidal wave thing, and there has just one that just.
Oh,
is a
okay.
wall of
So you're just
water.
gonna try and punch a wall of water up. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Slightly at an angle though, so it's like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Just so no one falls off.
So I guess roll for damage for your wall of water, and that will give us an indication of how effective it is.
It doesn't do damage.
It doesn't do damage. What does it do?
It just makes it difficult terrain.
Right. Okay. Oh, I thought it did damage. Never mind. Okay. So if it's difficult terrain, it's not an impassable wall, so it's not gonna entirely stop the ship from capsizing if she keeps beating her wings at it. But it's gonna make it harder. It'll take her like twice as much effort to sink the ship effectively. So Zorgar runs up the back of the dragon, kind of tweaks his axe out, sets it on fire, gets a big overhead swipe down on an eye socket, the left eye socket, and it kind of there's a sort of a spray of blood, and then he goes around and kind of brings it down, tweaks it round again, tries for the other eye, and she kind of reflexively shuts her eye. So you get a good, really solid strike on it, but there's not quite the same like spray of blood as with the left eye. And Muir kind of, what does it look like when you cast Wall of Wire?
Oh no, it's from the charm. So.
Oh, it's from the charm, yeah.
Just wave it around because I don't really know how it works.
Okay, so Muir gets her kind of wand thing out and kind of waves it, and there's this kind of
magic on
the
them.
river
Shit.
kind of reflows upwards and starts to push against the ship. So she is gonna spend the next turn continuing to try and sink the ship.
Did we get any closer in that time?
Yes.
Oh, Jake, was I able to do my thing that turn as well?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Is there anyone on the ship that has been hurt?
Yes. Almost everyone.
Is there any named characters like Feral or Petrix or anything that looks like they're unconscious? Or Gek?
Most of them have fallen into the river at this point, so it's kind of difficult to tell. Gek is lying kind of not super unconscious, but also not super conscious, on one of like the banisters, or kind of like the stairs up to where the wheel on the ship is. Which is now kind of a flat surface.
How's other named characters like Petrix and Feral and stuff?
You can't see them; they've fallen into the river.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to cast Healing Word. If I'm in range, 60 feet.
Yeah. Yep.
Healing Word at 2nd level on Gek.
Okay.
1 sec. I think this will. Is that done there?
Yes.
13 healing. So that puts my storm charge up to 10.
Okay.
Just for note, and can I use for my action the grappling hook that Zorgar threw up? I'm guessing he's not. Is he still attached to it, or is?
I'm assuming not. I don't know. That's a Zorgar question.
I don't think so.
Okay. Is it on the dragon?
It's still
it's still
on.
wrapped around the tail. Yeah.
Can I use my action to make it like secure as much as I can on the dragon? I don't know how, but like the
like just kind of go and try and tighten up. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Give me something to grab onto and.
Give us just give us a strength check.
Strength check. Okay. 14.
So Rurak kind of, as Zorgar's wailing on the dragon's head, Rurak runs down the tail, and just kind of, wraps the rope around, ties it on itself, pulls it real tight, and you can feel the tail muscles sort of kind of bristling as you do so.
This is in a way that I could be on, grab it or be attached to it, and.
Or you're trying to tie yourself onto the dragon?
I want to be secure.
Okay, sure, yeah. So you're just kind of grabbing at the end and belting yourself on?
Yeah.
Sure, okay. So Rurak goes and grabs the end and wraps a big girdle of rope around himself and ties himself on. From the forest, you can see there's a giant eagle approaching. Naren is sort of suspended from its talons. Lida and Malbrin are kind of on a shoulder each, looking over. So, Forest Lads, from your perspective, there is a dragon attacking the ship. The ship is about 3/4 capsized. The mast has been snapped in two. Most of the inhabitants of the ship seem to have vanished. You can see a couple of faces kind of bobbing in the river. And you can see glinting steel armor on top of this green dragon's head, as a sort of a stout figure at the back, tied on with a big lump of rope, and sort of a slight woman on the neck, kind of quitting a thing as this kind of river rises up to kind of try and right the ship again. What do you guys want to do?
Are we like there now?
Can we make
Effectively,
the ship
yeah.
this time?
Can I get
Yes.
dropped off? I would like to go to the ground, please.
I would like to get like next to the dragon where it's gripping the ship, because it has made a big mistake. It's grabbing my stronghold.
Yeah, I want to get on the ship as well.
Okay.
Right, where do you want to go? Who?
Drop us on the ship.
Both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mob
All right,
energy
I
up.
shall do that, and then I shall fly off.
Right
And
next to the dragon's feet.
What's your plan, Raffen? What are you planning to do?
I figured I would just do support, flying and attacking, and lifting and carrying anybody else that needs doing.
Do you mind if I just chill out on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
Jake, did you get my message earlier on saying I took that mobile feat?
I haven't. That's
I
fine.
sent it sort of a private thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
So 'cause that was what I was thinking. Was I thought I took the mobile feat so that there's no attacks of opportunity. So I figured that I will just do repeated fly in, multi attack him, and then fly back. So yeah, if you want to sit on my back and ping shots at him, fair enough. Or her, sorry, I should say.
So the people who want to get dropped off on the ship's deck,
Yes.
let's
Well,
just be
on
clear,
like
the ship is at this angle.
banister.
There's not really a deck, so to speak.
Did we
I'm trying to
stand on
get
the
below
banister?
deck as easily
Sure,
as
okay.
I can.
So Raffen, you're dropping them off on the ship?
Yes.
Okay. So this eagle swoops down and deposits Lida and Naren on the deck of the ship, or kind of on the sort of the entrance to below deck on the ship. People on the dragon's back, what are you trying to do?
Is there now?
Is this a new turn?
Yes, it's now your turn.
Okay.
Oh.
I'd like to pull something off then, if that's alright.
Okay.
I would like to cast Call Lightning at 7th level. And since it's stormy conditions, I get another plus d10.
Yes.
So that is going to be
Spicy.
8d10. And I'm going to channel Divinity and cast it on myself. And since the dragon's within 5 feet of me, he's also going to take the damage.
Okay.
I take none because I'm immune to lightning damage.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
So is the dragon going to get to take his turn before us?
No, I think I'm just gonna, for the sake of ease, we'll just have all of you guys go and then the dragon will go.
Okay. Can I also, since I'm within my stronghold, initiative 20 my stronghold action?
Yes. You do your
We
stronghold
need
action now.
to. We need to roll initiative or something.
I just want all melee attacks to hit before Zorka and I get. That's really it.
Okay, so Naren's stronghold action will kick off
I want that too.
before anyone goes. Then all of you guys will go, then the dragon will go. That's the initiative order.
Yes.
Okay.
Jake, did I ever learn to turn into a pterodactyl? I feel like I did, but I might have just
I don't
imagined
know.
that.
I don't know.
Or dreamt it.
So Naren, you're having all the melee attacks in?
All melee attacks hit.
Okay, you know what? We're just gonna. You know what? That's that initiative order is still fine. That's still all you guys in an order. We'll just go with that order. So, Naren does his stronghold action, and then Rurik, you're casting Call Lightning on yourself.
Yes. He has to make a dex save.
Dexterity save. She gets a 23.
23 beats it, so she's going to take 6 plus 40 damage.
40 damage. Okay.
Not bad though.
Not bad.
So
For being halved.
Rurak kind of closes his eyes, does a prayer, and there's this streak of white lightning from the sky strikes into him. It's kind of anyone that's looking at him kind of has to turn away, and it strikes him and spreads out and ripples up the dragon's back. This kind of crackly lightning, and she kind of screeches, but seems not quite as affected as you would kind of maybe hope from such a kind of bright display. Zorgar, it's then your turn.
Me and Lida aren't on the thing.
You're on it on mine.
Initiative. I can't see it anyway.
Me neither.
Oh, okay.
Neither.
It's because I don't know how Roll20 works. That's why it is, basically.
Roll20 is being a little bit funny. It keeps saying my connection to the server's been lost.
Yeah, it does that to me as well.
Does that to
It's
me?
done it to me once.
It's done that twice to me.
I just chugs like hell.
You know the lightning deck. Like he makes a dex save, but he's not able to go anywhere. And since I'm attacking, no. Nah, I feel like he probably just like rolls on his side. Yeah, that's probably what happens.
I have the initiative order on my screen. I don't know why it's not turning up for you guys. I think it's because there's no tokens on this map. That's probably it. Because apparently that's how it works. So I know what the order is. Melbourne, you're up next after Zorgar. Zorgar, what are you doing?
How do his eyes look?
The left eye is shut and kind of leaking red kind of goo. The right eye is kind of narrowed, but still seems like a functioning eye.
Does it look like the left eye might be a cavity now?
It looks a little less kind of rounded eye-shaped.
Interesting, that's all.
Does it look like it's blinded?
It's definitely that eye is closed.
I'm just gonna try and hit its eye again.
Go for it.
You auto hit.
Okay. Alright, so do I have to roll to hit then?
Just to see if you get a crit.
Okay. I will do that. I've clicked on it, and it's taking its time.
We'll see. You roll 2d20.
Okay. Yeah, because I got 2 hits.
Okay, so both attacks will hit, but neither are a crit.
Yeah. Okay. Right. That's not what I want to do. It's not. It's taking ages to roll the dice. It just says rolling dice. Okay. So that's 15 that. And
How many spell slots have you got?
I've got 2 level 3 ones, so.
So what's that? That's what? 15 plus 13 plus 25 plus your strength?
Yeah, twice.
That's-
Well, plus my strength twice. Plus my axe. That's 67 damage.
67. So Zorgar kind of rears up again and goes for 2 strikes with the axe on the eye. And it's still shut. It's quite a thick eyelid. It's kind of, so she currently doesn't look like she can see anything, but you're not actually getting any purchase inside the fleshy eye bit to destroy that. The other one is still kind of leaking this kind of dark red liquid that would suggest that it's not really a functioning eyeball. Mulbrin, what are you trying to do?
So are both eyes shut?
Both eyes are currently shut, yeah.
So I can't see.
Yes.
So
Are
is
there
it-
any spots on it that seem to look like they'd be good places to shoot at?
There's a kind of the underbelly looks a little. The scales don't look quite so thick there, and she is still kind of pretty well covered in what look to be quite thick, meaty scales. But the underbelly looks like the softest area.
How big
Okay,
is she?
well-
She's like really, really huge.
Yeah, she's like
Gargantuan.
yeah.
Ship size.
I take it I don't know how to turn into anything that big.
No.
Is she blinded?
Currently, yeah, she is blinded.
Okay.
Because her eyes are
Attacks
closed.
against you have advantage, right?
Ooh.
I'm gonna fire 2 shots at the underbelly.
Go for it.
So when I click on this, it does the attack and it also comes up with the sneak attack. Would you prefer that I say which attack I want to put my sneak attack on and take that number, or roll them both and then basically I pick the higher number?
How do we normally just do it? You do the sneak attack on like your first attack, right? Or the
Normally,
first
yeah.
attack that hits. So we'll just do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So the first one misses,
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
Second's a 24.
24 will hit. Yeah.
So that is 26 damage, I think.
Yes. So Mulbrin, from Crafton's back, kind of leans over and fires off 2 shots, and they both whiz through the air towards the kind of the. It's a sort of a pale yellowy green underbelly she's got going on. The scales on her back are much darker, almost a close to almost black green, and one of them kind of skids off the kind of the front of her chest, and another one kind of manages to just kind of wiggle its way in between a gap. Muir, it is now your turn.
Does it look like her eyeballs are close to her brain? Or I think it would be.
Give us a nature check.
I forgot I could reroll those dice, but it's fine.
19.
19. Are you doing that? Where are you doing that from, Muir? Because I think that's giving you advantage.
Oh shit.
I think you're always
I was just
taking the
doing it
advantage
from-
numbers.
Oh, I just clicked roll 20.
On D&D Beyond or on...
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it would be the first one. It would be the 13, and then if you have advantage, you
Oh.
take the
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Right.
Okay.
13.
13. You are. It's a reasonable guess. It would be weird if her brain was in like her stomach or whatever. So it's probably in her head. But it's kind of difficult to say how large the brain would be, or but like how distant the eyeball is. But you're pretty it's no further away than any normal person's brain is from their eyeballs.
Bit gross, but can I try and shove my tiny cannon in their eyeball socket?
You're gonna have to try and pry her. Are you talking about her wounded eye?
Mm.
You're gonna have to try and like pry the eyelid open to do that.
Fuck it, I'll try it.
Okay, give us a strength check. Thanks.
Left. 20.
So Muir kind of reaches down and tries to get both hands in under this eyelid and just yank it open, but it's like there's quite a surprising amount of eyelid muscle ongoing with her 24 there, and you're like.
Can I ask Zorgar to give me a hand?
It's a big eyeball. It's not big enough for two people's hands. She's not that big a dragon.
So this dragon's eyelid is stronger than you are.
Damn.
You also have, that's also factoring in the fact that Muir is presumably trying to stay away from the snappy end of the mouth. So you're trying to, she's beating her wings, at your feet, and you're in the midst of a combat situation, trying to pry an eyelid open. You may be not performing to the best of your abilities.
Fair. I guess it's my turn.
Okay.
I'll get my tiny cannon out anyway.
Sure. Raffen, it's your turn.
Right. Guess I'll just try and attack it. I'll try and aim for the belly as well.
Sure. Give us an attack roll.
I'm trying to see if I can do it from Watchman Flip. Can you do it from Watchman? Oh no, I can! Brilliant, Lord. Looks like it, right. So he does a multi-attack with a beak and talons. Did that roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 23 will hit. On the beak.
Here comes the talons. Did that roll?
It's maybe being a bit laggy.
Yeah. There we go. 7 does not hit.
Ooh.
So Raffen, with Mulberry on his back, swoops in at the underbelly and starts kind of, does a big rake with a talon. Doesn't find any purchase. Does a big beak strike towards the heart, and you get a little bit of purchase under his scale, and kind of you do a little bit of a beak jiggle, and you feel you taste dragon blood, but not like excessive amounts.
See if I was a pterodactyl.
Naren, it is your turn, and then it will be Lyda's turn, and then it will be the dragon's turn.
Right. So, standing underneath the dragon, can my tridents reach his underbelly?
Yes, but the boat is at this angle, so you're gonna have to be you'd have to be kind of holding on to the dragon or the banister.
Can I be standing on the banister?
Yeah.
It's at an angle, and then I have my foot wedged in the banister, my other foot.
Okay, yeah. Go for it.
Since all attacks insta or automatically hit, I'm going to also use my enhance ability to mean any hit that lands as an automatic crit on an action surge. So that's
did we forget about the insta hit for all the other attacks that people just did?
It's only melee. So that's 7 crits.
Wow.
I've been trying to figure out how to roll this whole time. And I just...
It's not 7 crits, it's only the crits you get from your action surge.
So
there's only 2.
And then... Oh,
3, sorry.
Oh, right, okay. It'll be 3.
Still
3
a lot.
crits.
Yeah, it's still more crits than no crits.
Jake, I just realised that I've only literally just figured out I can do that +6 thing to myself.
Right, okay.
Done it in that situation? Or do you want to leave it? I don't mind.
If you're, you can have pried the eyelid open, but seeing as we've already finished your turn, it's not. You didn't have enough time to get the cannon jabbed in there, but you've exposed the nasty gory eye.
Cool.
So... if I just do 3 attack rolls with Nautilus just to see if I crit, and then also 1 with the Abyssing just to see if I crit as well, even though they go auto hit. None of them critted.
Okay, we got your damage for them.
Oh yeah, I forgot I did that.
And then
Is
roll
that
and crit
including
damage.
is that including my strength and stuff? Yeah.
It does. It includes your strength on all of them. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 9, 11, 11, 10. Does it have the +1 from Nautilus as well?
Yes, because it's +6.
Okay.
Which sounds right.
So, how should I roll the 3 crits?
Just double all the dice.
Okay.
So you're what, 68?
68. Yeah. So I'll just do 6 / roll d8.
/ roll 68.
/ roll 68. Okay. It's lagging out. I'm not sure if that's gone through.
Yeah, there we go. 27.
That's 5. One more. There we go. So that's 31 plus my strength 3 times. So that's 46 plus 49 on top of whatever that was before.
So that's 49 plus 10 from there, so 59, 70, 81, so 90 damage total.
Ooh.
So Naren alights, Raffen drops him off, and Naren just erupts into a flurry of trident strikes on the underbelly. Gets a lot of good, gets one in and pries a scale open so he can jab the other trident in. Gets a real nice spray effect on the old breastplate. You can hear a sort of a beating noise, and that's sort of close proximity. Naren, and Lida, it's your turn.
I'm hightailing it under the deck to try and find my sister.
Sure. Give us an... I mean, she's not hiding, so... You probably just find her.
I'm just... yeah.
Give us an effect to see how fast you get.
Hate that. Oh, 18!
So Lida kind of gets a sort of a running start as she's dropped off, and kind of has to kind of clamber down to the stairs, and Pale is in the crew quarters, sitting on the side of a box, because that's currently the perspective of the ship, and she kind of looks at you and she goes, "What's going on?"
All right, come with me.
Ah! She's gonna try and follow you. You doing anything else in your turn?
If we're still under the deck, no, but I'll still hold my action in case I see any sort of... it's a green dragon, right? So that's, is that poison or is it acid?
Poison, I think. You would know.
Poison. Then I'm just going to hold my action in case I see any poison gas coming towards us.
Okay. So it is the dragon's turn. She is going to give it one last bash to try and sink this ship. So she needs going to be an athletics check. If she can get a 20 or higher, then that's going to be the last blast she needs to, capsize the ship properly.
What's her plus here?
She has a plus 11, I think.
Oof.
24.
Remember, you can use an inspiration to get her to reroll as disadvantage.
Oh. I can use lucky as well to. It's not against me, is it? So I can't.
No. Is anyone doing anything?
Wait. So wait, did she have a plus 20?
A plus 11.
Oh, right. Oh, my thing is not
I think
there.
I can do it, I don't think.
I can try. Right? Oh, hold on, my thing is frozen. What did she get?
24.
13.
24.
Yeah. Can I make her roll it then? Easy.
Sure.
Oh,
Aha. Just.
19.
Okay. So 19.
Oh.
So she does a last blast, and the boat there's a dodgy moment where the boat kind of goes full horizontal, but then the kind of wall of water that Muir casts kind of pushes it up a bit, and it starts to kind of right itself, and she alights from the deck. Who is attached to the dragon?
That's me.
Okay. Who is currently on? So Rurak is actually tied to the dragon. Zorgar and Muir, you are on the dragon,
top
right?
of it.
Yeah. Spider climbed to the dragon.
Okay, so Muir is like fly papered on, and Rurak is tied on at the tail, and Zorgar is on. Are you all planning to stay on the dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
Till it's on the ground, yeah.
Okay, so she flies 80 feet straight up.
Oh shit!
Let me have a look here. What can she do? So you guys are on her head, right? And Rurak, you're just tied on at the back.
Yep.
Are you
Yeah,
trying
we're on
to
the
keep a
head.
keep a hold of the dragon, or are you just letting the rope do its thing, Rurak?
Both.
Both. Okay. So
Yeah,
give us an athletics check to try and keep held on.
I get advantage from. No, I don't. Would I get advantage from the rope?
The rope is not going to help you hold on any better. It's just going to stop you falling.
Right. Got it. Okay. 12.
Okay. So she flies up 80 feet into the air, sort of a kind of a diagonal bit towards the forest. And Rurak is on the back, but there's a point where she kind of goes like kind of vertical, and it's quite difficult to actually keep a hold. And Rurak kind of falls, but is suspended by this rope, and so is dangling off the dragon's tail. Zorgar and Muir, can you? Well, Muir doesn't need to. Zorgar, can you give us an athletics check to see how well you stay on?
Okay. Athletics.
Have +6.
24.
Never mind.
24. So Zorgar has a nice, good grip on the back of the head, but as she is flapping up, and Muir, what are you doing to help him stay on? Have you got a device in mind?
Probably just some.
Sellotape his hand to the dragon.
Yeah, just duct tape him to the dragon. I don't know.
So Muir
probably
produces.
just
Sorry, what are you gonna say?
I'm probably just gonna like grab onto him.
Okay, so Muir kind of grabs him, but the kind of the force, the upwards force, and the kind of the angle that Zorgar is at, she kind of twists her neck, kind of in a jerking motion, and Zorgar kind of starts to fall off the dragon.
With a 30. Whew.
She got a 20 plus an 11.
Wait, why do I fall off again?
So you're
'Cause of
So you're on a 24 plus 6 to stay on, and she gets a 20 plus 11 to knock you off.
Close.
Can I at all, like, am I able to touch Zorgar? Any part of me?
Zorgar is here, there's a whole dragon, and then there's the length of rope, and you're here.
Yes. Same question. Can I still like tap him, like high five him on the way as he falls?
He's not at that point of falling right now, but yes, probably you can try.
Can I cast Feather Fall on him?
Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
How far up are we? 80 feet.
Yeah, so you're 80 feet. She's 80 feet up in the air, and you're dangling. Let's say about 20 feet below her on your rope, and Zargar kind of loses his grip, and Muir kind of taps him on the way down, shoves the device onto his shoulder, and his fall is slowed. But she is gonna.
If Zargar's fall is slowed, I just want to climb the rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try grab on again, Zargar.
So.
Yeah.
She is
Feather Fall's not gonna save you.
She is headed off in the direction of the forest. It is Nairn Stronghold Action's turn. If you guys are still trying to keep her around.
Is the storm affecting her flying at all?
It's not making it easier, no.
I guess if it's my stronghold action, I'm just gonna do the. Can the dragon cast spells when not in their lair?
Is that a Jake question?
Anyone who knows anything more than I do question.
I can't. We can't really tell you right now.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna make it some the spell one. If you try to cast a spell, seeing thing.
Okay.
Have I tried to cast a spell?
No, opponents, enemies.
Okay, cool.
This has happened twice. Where you can like, wait a minute.
That would be a shit stronghold action if it stopped my party, which is mainly spellcasters, from casting spells.
that would suck. Thankfully, so.
Right, Rurik, you are on the rope, trailing behind the dragon. What is your plan?
I'm gonna keep on calling lightning on it. I want to try and avoid Muir in the head, so I'll just hit his body.
Okay.
Its wings.
Yeah, sure. I'll try hit the wings. I guess. Yeah.
Go for it. She has to do a thing, doesn't she?
She just has to make a save. I'm just gonna max power it again. She makes a save. Save is 17, so that's 40 damage again.
14.
Yep.
Already.
I'm just maintaining concentration, trying to climb this rope if I can at all. But I know I'm using my call lightning, so.
Sure. So Rurik kind of holding on to this rope. Closes his eyes, does a lot of prayer. There's a big flash of light. This lightning kind of jags out of the sky and slams into her back, and she kind of shrieks again. Are you doing anything else in your turn other than climbing the rope?
Just climbing the rope, just trying to get back to where it was.
So you're about 20 feet down on the rope, so you'll be able to kind of climb your way up to basically within reaching point of the tail itself. Zargar, you are falling slowly.
Can I try and grab onto the dragon still?
Yeah, give us an athletics check.
Ooh. 27.
Okay, well, she does not manage to avoid you grabbing her. So there's a kind of momentary, there's a moment at the head of the dragon where Zargar kind of loses his grip and Muir slaps the thing on him. He kind of drifts slightly slower down and kind of grabs onto a back spike about kind of midway down her back. But you've got a grip on her. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
I'm going to attack.
Alright, go for it.
But how will I attack?
I presume with an axe.
Am I on her back now?
Yes.
Or how far down the dragon am I?
About halfway down. So you're about 20 feet below where you were.
Go for the wings.
Yeah, am I near the wings?
Yeah, you're a little, just slightly below the wings. You're within reaching point of the wings, yeah.
Can I climb up to the wings?
Yeah, you can climb on. So,
Like, I want to climb up to the point where, like, the wings join onto her
sure,
body.
yeah. Yeah, no, you can get to that point.
And then just slam it with my axe.
Go for it.
I'm going to make this a second level smite. So, come on, let's do a wee roll. Do I auto hit still?
How long does Naren? What's the deal with Naren's auto hit thing? Naren?
Naren doesn't have the sheet.
Naren doesn't have the sheet. I have the sheet.
Well, unless it's on D&D Beyond.
That would have been the sensible place for me to put it, but I don't think I did.
Is there that kind of stuff in D&D Beyond? Is there
No.
a stronghold section?
No, the strongholds are third party.
Ah.
Let's see here.
I believe it's 1 turn now.
Yes, because
Until end of turn.
because you've used a different one.
Yeah, I used the spell.
Yeah, it's no longer.
Cancel off.
So yeah, the auto hit is not in place. So do you get a 9 and then a 2?
Yeah.
So that's a 19 and a 12.
Yeah.
Neither of them are good enough to hit, unfortunately.
Damn. Okay, that's my turn then.
Malbrin, you are on a bird.
How far away is the dragon?
She is about 80 feet away from where you guys are.
And was Muir able to pry open one of her eyelids?
Yes.
Can I see that eye? Like, am I on the right side of the dragon to see?
You're
that
on
eye?
the right side, yeah.
Okay. Because I'm a sharpshooter.
What does sharpshooter do for you?
Well, some of the stuff is attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage.
Okay.
And my ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Okay.
So do I estimate that I could probably attack that as normal?
Based on, you could definitely attack the dragon as normal. You can definitely attack the head as normal. The eye is kind of a small enough component of quite a far distant small component of a dragon that you'd definitely have disadvantage. But it's not impossible.
It'd be cool though.
You're pretty confident you wouldn't at least hit Muir.
Okay.
Please don't shoot me.
Would it be so? Okay, hold on. Another question. I have the elven ability thing that if I have advantage, I get to re-roll one of those, so I effectively roll 3 times. If I then have disadvantage, does that cancel out both of the advantages? Because that's technically what the rules say should happen, so that it's just a straight roll. So normally if you have advantage and disadvantage, they would cancel each other out, so you just have your straight roll.
Yeah.
But I have the elven ability thing, which says if you're attacking and you have advantage, you are able to re-roll one of the dice, effectively giving you another advantage. So then, if I then have disadvantage, I think the rules stipulate that it would cancel both, because it would, it would cancel out the advantage, that it would just be a normal roll.
Yeah, I think, yeah, so you're talking about, because Muir is within 5 feet of the dragon, the bit you're trying to shoot, and
yep.
Because you would normally have triple advantage. Yeah, go for just make it triple. Sure.
Okay. In that case, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Would it be normal if I was just shooting the underbelly?
Yes, that would be normal, yeah.
So, like, I would get the elven ability stuff? Yeah. Okay. I shall do that then.
Go for it.
So, first attack. Oh, there we go. First attack is a 17.
17 is not good enough.
Second attack is a 25.
That is good enough.
So that'll be 33 damage.
Ooh.
33. Sure. So, Malbrin from Hraffen's back fires off a crossbow bolt and it wheaks through the air, and it in the storm and everything, it sort of disappears. But you're like, you get a general feeling of satisfaction. You're like, that got her. And people on the dragon, you hear a kind of a slight thunk, and a thwip, and as a crossbow bolt kind of lodges in under a scale somewhere in the kind of lower underbelly. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Malbrin?
Just hanging on for dear life.
Sure. Muir, it's your turn.
Okay, so I've got the eyeball open. I'd
Yes.
like to get my scuttly thing, my eldritch cannon, jam it right in there.
Okay. So give us a... I guess give us an athletics check.
Aww. Is there much I can do about that?
So, Muir, you put your scuttly cannon on her head somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Muir kind of reaches up and grabs the cannon and kind of keeping this eyelid open as much as he can, kind of jams it in there, and it sort of, the eyelid kind of constricts down. You get a squirt of weird kind of grey, semi-transparent, somewhat red, kind of eyeball juice kind of squirts out and hits you in the face, and kind of the eyelid kind of reflexively sort of like kind of smashes up and down, and your eldritch cannon gets in there, but your fingers kind of get mashed a bit, and you kind of, if you were not fly papered on, you kind of lose your grip, so you kind of like have to kind of pull a hand back out. But you're like, you can see a little leg kind of poking out of the eye socket.
Could I, after Muir's turn, dip in a free action if that's alright?
Yes, of course. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Muir?
Yeah, I'd like to back off a bit, then tell it to self-destruct.
Okay.
Oh,
What does
wow.
that do?
Oh,
Okay, it doesn't actually do that much damage, but it's supposed to blast everything within a 20-foot radius, and since it's jammed in its eye socket, I thought that might do something exciting. I don't know what. So.
It's more contained, so I think it would do more damage. Should blow up its fucking brain.
That's what I'm hoping it's gonna do.
Or push its brain into its chest.
So that it needs to make a
That's
dex
also bad.
save, which I'm assuming it can't make.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Well, it gets a 2.
Oh, I need an 18 anyway.
Okay, well, it didn't get a...
It takes 3d8 force damage within 20 feet.
Okay.
I've skewed off down the back as well.
Sure, okay. So, roll your damage.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, give me this one. 15
15.
force
Alright.
damage, yeah.
So 15 doubled is 30. So Muir jams this thing into the eye. You get nasty dragon eye juice in your mouth, and you kind of scuttle your way back down. And then there's this kind of sort of horizontal wave emanates from the dragon's skull. This kind of weird blue, white light, and she shrieks And she is going to use a legendary action.
Is it
How
a
is this
spell?
thing not dead?
Probably got permanent brain damage anyway.
And blind.
And it's blind.
So she is going to go into a barrel roll. So I need everyone who is not tied or stuck on, which is Rogar, to make an athletics check.
You're gonna be so fucking dizzy after.
I need a 29 or higher.
Our legendary action is a barrel roll.
Yeah, because I knew you'd pull this bullshit.
Izzy, can you give me +6?
Hey, yeah, sure thing.
I make it.
Let's hope it's gonna work, Jake. Your dragon's dead.
Do not taunt the DM,
No,
please.
Why have you done this?
Okay,
Yeah, I get
So-
32, Jake.
Dragon gains a million.
so she goes into a
Wreck dies.
barrel roll, and Zorgar
Roll.
kind of holds on, and then you can feel yourself slipping, and then you're like, I feel like Muir put some glue in my pocket, and there's a kind of a grease that has been kind of placed upon you, and you kind of grab your and kind of get it back on your lap. It's a bit sticky, it's a bit sturdier, and you're pretty confident it's gonna hold. Fratton.
I put Pritt stick in your pocket. You're
Take the free action quickly.
Oh, sorry.
I just
sorry.
my hands.
I just wanted to say to the men for the infantry troops to do a head count and tend to the wounded, the archers to secure the ship, and for the crew to fix up what they can, and to try and hail Halafin further up.
Okay, so Naren announces to the soldiers who are mostly kind of treading water in the river. They're like, okay, Captain. Krafen, it's your turn.
They hailed me, yeah.
I hailed you.
So
Take up.
I shall head back then to Narn.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just going to go to the bathroom. In 2 minutes.
Yeah. We got this fucking dragon. Come here, you bastard.
Mm-hmm. We're
I'm
gonna
just
get him.
surprised. I'm just surprised the whole crew isn't dead.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we've stayed on
That,
so
yeah.
long.
Yeah, we've stayed on for a while.
Whee!
I like her plan was just like, we need to get the fuck on that thing again.
The thing is,
Fucking
that,
die.
how do we pull in episode 3 and land this when it's dead?
I don't know, man.
We
That's what I've
all.
been wondering. You've been trying to strike the dragon down, and I've been like, doesn't that mean you too?
We have
I'll
feather
be okay.
fall. We have
Yeah,
feather
yeah, we'll be
fall.
fine. Be totally fine.
What about Zorga? He doesn't have Featherfall.
No, I can cast on other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Plus,
goes
I
on
have
to like
Death
6
Ward.
creatures.
I can do something really weird, and you cast Death Ward, and then just drop as far as however I want, and then once I hit the ground, sure, I'll hit 1 HP, but I'll still be okay.
You better cast it on yourself soon then. It's not
Yeah,
a
I'm
reaction.
I'm fine.
I just like the idea of everybody waiting on the ship, like, I hope they're alright. It's just we're like, crunch. I'm fine.
Splat.
Round hard.
Gets back up. Really
I'm
hurt. I'm okay.
I'm sturdy. I was going sturdy.
Hi. Then you gotta help me draw Zorgar, the dragon.
What?
I'm drawing Zorgar with an axe right now.
Roll20 is being extremely
nice.
laggy.
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah, I
being
was
good.
trying to add to the picture as well, but wasn't getting anywhere.
Yeah.
I managed to get Muir to hold the dragon's eyes open.
Oh, there I am! That's
Yeah.
great!
I'm trying to have Zorgar cut off his wing now.
Get that winged fuck.
Hell, there's Varag.
Yeah. He's getting zapped.
The guy with blue streams attached to him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a volcano wizard?
Hello.
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 Where did we get to? It's Raffin's turn.
Yeah, I was heading back to the
Sure.
after
Okay.
Naren called me.
So Raffin, you alight on the deck of the ship. What are you doing with the rest of your turn?
So where it's lagging out in me a wee bit here. Where is everybody else?
So the ship is here. The dragon is kind of here. Rurak is
Rurak's
holding onto
still
its tail.
on the right.
Zorgar is holding onto the back. Mir is holding onto its face. Everyone else is... Moment is on your back. Everyone else is on the ship.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think whether I tempted to turn into something else to go and batter it better.
It's retreating to its cave currently. So we
That could be really good.
probably
See, if you fly up
chase
here,
it
we
down.
could get on your back and get down.
Yeah, that's why I was a bit confused that Naren was wanting me back.
But just so I can keep up with the dragon, because I'm the only one who can't really. They're
Oh,
on
I
the
see.
dragon.
I see.
I'm on the
Well,
ship.
do you want to jump on then? We'll go chase dragon.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I get it now. It's just the audio's lagging for me a wee bit.
Ah, right, okay.
It's the same
Yeah,
for
I
me.
just wanted to be able to chase the dragon as well, instead of being like 20 minutes behind you guys running on foot.
Mm-hmm. Good plan.
I'm here, guys.
Okay,
So
if...
basically, everyone's on the dragon apart from Naren. Yeah,
Malbrin and Lida.
Yeah.
but Malbrin's on my back.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Lyda, do you want on? Are you?
I'll be 2 seconds because I need to deal with my sister first, and then I'll be ready to go.
Of course.
Okay, so Raffin alights on the deck. Naren gets ready to mount up. Naren, it is your turn if you're doing anything kind of combat-y.
I mean, I don't have any ranged attacks. I will just hold my action to,
Alright.
if we get within range of them, and also keep up the no casting of spells, please.
Okay. And Lyda, it's then your turn.
So is the boat like back to normal now? Is it horizontal again?
It's kind of leaning. It's righting itself slowly.
Okay.
It's
and
kind of it's enough that you can walk on the deck now.
The dragon is flying away.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna keep Pabu with my sister, and I'm going to just grab the first thing I see and cast alarm on it.
Okay.
And whenever Pela touches the item, it's gonna send me a little pling
Okay.
to like basically say that it's been touched. And if she does that, then I'm gonna use Pabu to cast invisibility on her, and she can run and go somewhere and get
Sure.
away. And I'll explain that to her. That's the plan. But it looks like the dragon's going away, so it should be fine. And
You're
then
like, "All right,
after that,
okay."
after that, I'll go and get on Raffin.
Okay. So it will be Naren's stronghold actions.
Yeah, just gotta keep up the no spelly thing.
Sure. Okay. And it's
If I turned in an air elemental, could I make your ship go like really fast?
Well, maybe not without the main mast that is down there.
Oh, right, enough, yeah.
So it is the dragon's go.
Yeah.
The dragon is going to... She swoops kind of down, kind of beats her wings that much faster and swoops down into the tree line, like just kind of skimming through it. And everyone on the dragon, you get battered in the face with like branches and twigs, and you can feel scratches as you're kind of flying through this treetop environment. She kind of like flips herself upside down. Can you all make athletics checks, even if you are stuck or roped on?
Ooh, Finn. Oh no.
What did I get? I took it.
Nat 1.
Got that one.
What?
Uh-oh.
I didn't.
You did it went red.
Yeah.
I got 26.
Oh, you got 2 rolls, right? Okay.
Can I give myself +6?
Yes. So does that give you an 11? So you guys are on the back of the dragon as she kind of flips herself over and kind of dives down into the tree line. So Zargar got a 26. Zargar, you managed to hold on reasonably well. You're like, okay, you're kind of shield the face behind the armor. You just hold on for dear life, and you're feeling pretty good that you're still held on. Rack, what'd you get? A 19?
19.
Let's actually see how she does it. Throwing people on. So it's a 21.
Ooh, okay.
So Zargar is still fine. Rack, you kind of managed to hold on, except you can feel like you hold on to the tail well enough that you can feel the rope around your waist. It starts to get tight, and you can feel like kind of looking behind you. You can see that it's like caught on something, and it's like trying to sort of. You can feel it straining, and it's either going to pull you off or snap. Muir, you get hit in the face with a tree, and you stick to that. Like this big branch just whacks you across the face, and you're stuck on by the cheek, and then you start to kind of slide off as the dragon kind of freaks off into the distance. So you take 10 bludgeoning damage, 10 tree damage. And then, Rurik, it is your turn. You are belted onto this dragon by an increasingly taut piece of rope.
I'm just going to keep on wailing it with the lightning. Although, I seem to check the feature, because how many times do I get to do that a day?
Twice.
Twice? Well, I have to... Okay, roll for it then. So that's going to be 8d10.
Go for it.
Oh, cool. 40. And then for a dexterity saving throw.
So she has a 12 plus 6. She has an 18.
Damn. Yep, that's going to be 20 damage then.
20 damage. So, Rurik holds on for dear life. You can hear a crack, and then you feel a snap around your waist as whatever was kind of holding the rope, where it caught it, has severed the rope. You can see it kind of trailing, whipping around in the distance, but you're still held on to the dragon. And there's this crack of lightning as it smacks into her back again. Arcs up and down her, and she kind of lets out this big cry, but still keeps going. The underbelly actually creeps upside down.
Oh, right.
And then Zargar, it's you are holding on. Gravity is working against you, but you're just gripping on for dear life on the spike there. What do you want to do?
Can I attack?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to try and do what I was doing before, trying to cut the wing.
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
I don't think either of them are going to hit.
Can I re-roll one of them? I have inspiration.
Yeah, sure. That's one I think.
That hit?
That way, yeah.
With bonuses?
Yeah, with bonuses it should be there.
Okay, so I get one hit. I'm going to use a 3rd level. This is my last 3rd level spell.
Go for it.
Here we go. So 37 damage.
37.
Yeah. So it's going for the wing, like right at the joint.
Sure, so Zorgar kind of is holding on to the spike with the left hand, kind of yeeting with the right as best he can, overstretching he's basically holding the axe by its very, very base, kind of tweaking, and the first one kind of goes short, he overextends, and then he kind of flicks back and goes for another strike, and you feel a connection on the flesh, and a nice fine mist of dragon blood kind of gets you right across your face.
Hey.
And you've got a reasonable gash on the wing joint.
Does it like react? Does it scream or anything?
It's still kind of grunting, and it's still kind of on the come down of the lightning scream, so it kind of does a bit of a grunt. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Just trying to make sure I've got a really strong grip on it, I guess.
All right, give us an athletics check.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're on as best you can be. You're like, it's not going anywhere.
Cool.
Mulbrin. It is your turn.
Where are we in relation to the dragon?
You're on the deck of the ship. The dragon is kind of, actually from your perspective, you're not really totally entirely sure where the dragon is. You haven't got a clear vision sightline on it. But it was last seen kind of over the forest.
Okay. And I'm with Lida and Treffin.
Yes. And Aaron.
And so, what's the plan? Are we running out?
Yeah, yeah. You could probably hold your action until Raffen starts flying, so you can get a clear view.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sure.
Jake, so I'm like duct taped to the top of a tree, yeah?
Basically, yeah.
Can I just like start waving and yelling a lot at the top of the tree?
Oh no, someone went. Pudding?
Patrick? No, fine.
Yeah, it's your turn next, man.
Okay.
Mulbrin, what are you doing? You're just holding. Sure.
Yes.
So yeah, Mira, you're wanting to what? Wave.
I just want, yeah, because I assume Raffin's still kicking about, so
Yes.
no. So you're trying to get Hawk's attention or Giant Eagle's attention.
Okay. So you're kind of
broken nose.
you're after you're a couple of trees deep, so you can kind of if you peer, you can kind of you can see the tail end of the ship. So you're like, if I reach up, I can maybe they can see me. You can't actually directly see Raffen right now. But Mira kind of starts yelling and waving.
I'm up here.
Raffen, it's your turn.
I'm just trying to think. Right, it's crashing through the forest just now. Yeah.
You can hear vague noises that sound like that. Yeah, you can't actually see the dragon in the minute.
I'm yelling at you.
We got a chase.
Right. So
lightning bolt every so often hitting a location, so you know what direction.
yeah, I'm just trying to think. I can't speak to the people that I'm carrying, can I? As an eagle.
No. You can call.
Because what I was going to say, because I was going to say I could swoop down and try and fly, or I could stay above and try and follow the noise.
I mean, we should be able to see them from above the forest, and if we pick up your, hopefully Mulbrin and Lida can get shots, because they both have...
Oh, right, so I can Muir's trying to get my attention because she's stuck in a tree.
Yeah.
So, am I hearing that, Jake? Yeah.
Give us a perception check.
Did that beep?
15. You can't hear anything.
I can hear.
You can't.
Oh, okay.
It's best to just fly towards the dragon, like straight to it, to be honest. Because we're probably not going to be able to catch up with it.
Yeah, I think probably staying above, like Naren was saying, staying above the forest and like hearing if it's making big crashing sounds through the forest. I'm guessing that I would probably most likely do that and keep following it that way, because if we land, then we'll not. All the people I'm carrying won't be able to keep up. Does that seem fair enough?
Yep.
Right, cool. We'll do that. I'll keep flying and I'll try and keep a. I'm not aware of Muir at all. Then
you can't hear or see her at the minute.
Oh damn. Okay.
Can I cast what's the just the hedge of predation? Really quick little sparkles or lights or something.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, no, Raffin, all you can see at the minute is a kind of a thick green fog over the top of the trees.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Did you cast that, Muir? A thick green fog?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I'll keep flying above the fog, but I'll try and I'll use my eagle eyes and I'll try and.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll try and like follow the noise, as it were.
Okay, so Raffin and the rest.
Does it look like? Sorry. Does it look like?
Hang on, my camera's a bit today.
Is everyone else's audio okay?
No, it keeps going really weird for me.
Yeah, see, I didn't know, like, for the first maybe 10, 15 minutes of the call when I joined, I couldn't hear anybody, and it sort of comes in and out a wee bit, but...
I find it's kind of, like, breaking up and, like, kind of distorting a bit.
I think it's Roll20. It seems to really chug out like a beer. Don't
Right.
know anybody else.
Yeah, mine's fine.
My computer's okay with it's just Roll20 is a bit laggy, but it's like it doesn't seem to be slowing my actual computer down.
No, my thing's on fire.
I think
It's
you
not
might be
happy.
surprised. This actually takes a fair amount of processing.
Yeah, it's a kind of surprising amount. So Raffin is taken off with the rest of the gang towards the forest. So it's
Does
Naren and Lyda
Malbrin get
next.
a shot now?
Uh,
Because Malbrin was holding action.
Malbrin was holding.
where she could shoot.
So Raffin, you're flying above the fog, yeah?
Yeah.
Give us a perception check, Malbrin.
Did you want me to do one?
Yes, please, yeah.
It's funny, it doesn't make that noise, but I can hear it on someone else's computer when my roll goes through.
It's a 10.
10. You cannot see any dragon. You can see kind of vague movements in the fog, but you can't actually see the dragon.
I got 18.
You also cannot see the dragon.
There's no dragon. Thank God.
You're a lion.
If you can't see it, just hold until I go.
Naren, it would be your turn next. After Raffin, if you wish to do anything.
No sound, Matt.
Yeah, can't hear you, Matt.
Push talk. Oh, alright.
He's pushing.
He's pushing.
Okay, it doesn't like Task Manager being open.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me hit my push to talk. But I'm just gonna hold my action until Lyda does the thing.
Okay. Then Lyda, it's your turn.
So can I try and guesstimate where the dragon is?
Sure. Give us a perception check.
20.
20. Yeah,
Not
you can
natural.
see a vague movement under the fog, and you're like, I think that's roughly where it is. You can see kind of off to the left of where you think the dragon is. Muir is kind of in a tree. There's a lot of sparks kind of erupting into the air. She's waving.
Is she still ahead of us?
No, she is like 90 degrees left of where you are right now.
Alright. I am going to use gust of wind to blow us a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide. Oh, actually. Wait, no, never mind. I can't do that.
Okay.
Because how far away is the dragon?
You reckon it's still about 80 feet to 100 feet away from where you are.
And we're up above as well.
Yeah.
Okay, shit, never mind. I've read the spell wrong. I can't do that because it is a line from me. I can't just choose where it fucking happens. Right, okay then, fine. I'm just gonna fire something at it so everyone else knows where it is.
Okay.
Or, well, can I see it, or is it just like I can kind of tell where
like
it is?
There's like this kind of the dim kind of thick green fog, but you can see there's like a darker section underneath it that's vaguely dragon shaped. It's kind of difficult to make out. It's a very kind of, you can mostly see it because you're used to drawing stuff, but it's like a kind of almost like a sort of constellation shape, kind of vagary underneath the mist.
Okay.
That looks roughly dragon shaped.
Can you see Zorgar's flaming axe? Or react like lightning? Through the fog.
You can't see Zorgar swinging an axe because he's just on the back. Rex flashes when they're there. You are wearing training armor. There's also fog in them.
Yeah.
The lightning flashes you can see when they happen, but one hasn't happened yet because it's not Rex turning.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just gonna do a little pyre blast at him then.
Alright.
So I don't, just because it's a bit risky to like actually.
Sure. Go for it. So you got disadvantage because she is lightly obscured, or heavy obscured is lightly obscured, which is actually quite obscured.
Oh wow.
Does the dragon look pretty rough?
Did that go for you?
She looked substantially better when she first arrived. You know, you've done a lot of. She's got a lot of oozing wounds. That eye is not looking healthy. She's gonna have to go to an optician about that.
Shit. I missed.
Was that literally the best and worst that you could have rolled?
A natural 20 and a 2. So, yeah.
Why is the nat 20 not count?
Because it's disadvantage.
Oh, I see. Oh.
So Linda kind of leans over and kind of peers at the fog and then hurls a bolt off the end of her staff and it flies in and kind of, you're like, that's dead on target. And it zips through the fog and kind of illuminates the section. You're like, it was just a tree.
I'm going to point out where I thought I saw it.
Sure.
The rest of the guys, and then I'm also going to be like, Muir's over there, by the way.
Malcolm, do you not have fairy fire or something along those lines?
I do.
That would illuminate our target.
Yeah.
Naren, it's your stronghold actions.
Stronghold. Do I keep the spell shit up, or do I let Zorgar actually do damage?
I don't think the spell one really matters right now.
I feel
There
like
is that witch
really
kicking
good.
around, isn't there?
I feel like the spell one is really, really good, but I don't know.
You can also only use each one once. Until you take a
they're
rest.
gone, then. So they're both gone.
You still have the short rest one.
What's that one do?
You and all your allies may expend hit dice as if they have just finished a short rest.
Oh. No one's damaged yet.
No one's been hurt, so I won't do that yet.
I've taken a tree to the face, I'll have you know.
Yeah, I won't use it.
Probably the world's flattest nose at the moment.
It's your whole face is just numb, and you're having to pick like every now and then a bit of feeling comes back, and you're like, there's a bit of twig in my mouth there. Wow. There's a leaf in my nose.
Yeah, I held my action, but I don't think I can actually do anything.
Not unless you've got any like ranged weapons or anything like that I can think of.
Nope.
Or you're gonna get real creative.
I could try hurling Nautilus from miles, but
So it is the Dragon's turn now.
It is Malvern getting to use her held action.
Yeah, if Malvern has a held action she wants to use.
If I was to guess how far away a dragon that I can't see is, how far do you think it is?
Anywhere between about 10 feet and about 1,000.
Right.
It's difficult to say when you can't see it.
How far was the spot that Lida pointed out? How far away is that?
That's only about 80 feet away.
Okay. Fairy Fire max range is 60 feet, so I don't think it would benefit in much way.
Sure.
And I probably don't want to just shoot, because that's not a great plan. So I don't think I can do much.
Okay. So the dragon is going to try and knock people off its back again. So Rurak, who is now no longer tethered, and Zorgar, can you both make athletics checks, please?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
That's what you like to see.
She can still choke you.
Yes. But I gave my best go.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Split the difference.
So Rurak, you managed to. You're on the tail. You're holding on. Zorgar is kind of, he overextends, gets that nice axe right in on the shoulder, and then gets absolutely sidelined by a tree. And Zorgar, you hold on to you retain your axe, but you the dragon, the spike you're holding onto, just kind of slides out your grip, and you're kind of holding onto a tree by your armpit. And she goes fleeing off into the distance. So you take 10 bludgeoning damage from the tree. You are about halfway up a tree. More than halfway, about 3/4 of the way up a tree. And pretty much missed as far as the eye can see. And then Rurak, you are on the dragon's back.
Okay.
You see Zorgar disappear into the mist.
How long is this dragon?
About 80 feet long, I think is what I said, if you go tail to head.
Can I start just climbing and try to get as far up it as I can?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. And where would I get to with my full movement? I think I would have Storm Charge again. Maybe I have 6 from casting Call Lightning. I haven't cast any spells since then, so I guess I just have 25 movement speed left.
Sure. So you can get kind of just about the hindquarters.
All right, I'm going to do Call Lightning again.
All right, go for it.
That's another 8d10. 1 sec.
So she gets a 20 on her dexterity save.
That'll save. So 63 halved is 31.
31.
Mhm.
So there's this. You've got the sphere in your back, right?
Right, yep.
Yeah. So everyone who's not Rurak You can see there's this in addition to the fog, there is this storm that has been kind of moving, quite a reasonably large storm. There's kind of cracks of lightning in the periphery, and then there's a larger one kind of in the middle of the forest. Muir, you see this crack kind of the northwestern end of the forest. Zorgar, even though you were just on the dragon, you kind of see this crack of lightning back the way you came.
He's not here.
He's not here. I should have actually looked to address him. And the people on the Eagle, you can see this crack of lightning is kind of in the middle of the forest. And then it will be Zorgar's turn when Zorgar returns.
Can I say into a standing stone, just like, Zorgar, Muir off the dragon, it's just me now. Hope you guys are close by. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
How's the dragon looking?
Pretty rough. It's it's still the spirit is, she's not got the same panache about things as she did when she first arrived. The shoulder is still, as she's flying right, you're gonna get hit by stray droplets of blood. It's gonna dry in your beard. You can just tell.
Oh no!
It smells kind of like chlorinated. Not that you really know what that smell is.
Zorgar blood or who that is.
Just kind of. No, you've smelled Zorgar's blood before. It definitely smells more kind of.
Oh, it's dragon blood.
Yeah, like this is the. Zorgar,
back.
It is your turn. You
Great.
are struck with a tree. You're kind of instinctively holding onto it, and then you see a crack of lightning, like what Rurak delivers or has been delivering, but back the way you came.
Yeah.
And otherwise, you're kind of partways up a tree, surrounded by kind of quite thick green fog.
Can I see the dragon?
No.
Or is it just dissipated to the fog?
It's just kind of vanished into. You can see maybe about 10 feet ahead of you at best.
I knew the direction it was going, though, right?
Yeah, it was going in the direction of the tree, and the lightning is in the direction of not the tree. You're a bit dizzy, so but you're also pretty certain like that's not where. Those are two different places.
I'm gonna climb down and start going the way that I think the dragon was going.
Okay.
Like the way that.
So it's a reasonably large tree. It'll take you, maybe a minute or so to climb all the way back down. But you start kind of making your way down. Side's a bit sore where you got struck, but kind of make your way back down, like you're a kid again. Climbing the trees. Mulbrin, it is your turn.
So
it kind of depends. What do you guys? So it seems like the only person who the combat turn order is super relevant to is Rurak right now. We can keep going and by turn if people want, but if there's going to be a lot of people holding actions and things like that, I don't know what you guys would prefer to do.
I guess it's just holding actions until Kraken catches up with the dragon.
I was wondering
it's just
if the lightning would illuminate the dragon at all. Like you could see its shadow through the fog or anything. Like, would anyone be able to see that?
Yes, you can. So in the
thing I was about to say was like.
I was going to say, I would have thought I would have seen the big lightning thing.
Yes,
people with ranged attacks can still make attempts.
That's the point.
Is Muir still shouting?
Yeah.
Can I keep doing perception checks until like?
Let a point do that.
Yeah, I was like, Muir's over there. Because I rolled a 20 on.
Oh, cool! Right. We'll go and get Muir then.
Okay. So we'll
you
keep on
also
with
know that. You also know that Zorgar is off of the dragon, so you'll know he's somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know how many more I can carry, but I think
Marin plus Muir plus Lida plus Mulbrin is probably going to be about the limit of what your giant eagle form can handle.
can always make you giant though. So
Enlarge.
yeah, can always enlarge you.
Oh yeah.
Does enlarge increase movement speed?
No, I don't think so.
Can we see
And we could have an eagle v dragon fight.
where the dragon has flown through the forest? I assume he's knocked a lot of trees and broken a lot of branches and caused a fair bit of...
Actually, the forest looks pretty untouched.
Oh, goddamn, stupid mystic forest.
Magic forest bullshit.
Goddamn magic.
I guess go towards where the lightning strike was.
I know from being here before, though, is that where it coincides with where I know his lair is?
So Muir, you saw the lightning strike back towards where the ship is. The rest of you guys saw the lightning strike in the center of the forest. Zorgar saw it. No, sorry, Zorgar saw it back towards the ship. Muir saw it kind of to the north. And you guys saw it in the center of the forest.
Trickery of
Darren, you'd probably be like, yeah, I think that's roughly over where the lake is. Where you saw it?
I would just say, let's head that way. I know that's where the cave is.
Cool.
Okay, so, are any of you guys on the eagle's back doing anything before Raffin has kind of moved?
Probably not.
Okay, so Raffin, where are you headed? Or sorry, Lena, go on.
I was gonna ask, last time we leveled up, I did not pick a new spell to add to my spell pick. Would it be too metagamey to add one now?
Depends on the spell. Maybe a dice roll involved.
It's probably too metagamey. I was thinking of a 3rd level spell, Haste, which doubles your speed.
Roll a d20.
Okay.
Ooh, I think I hit that one off.
Inspired to be sonic.
Wait, you have it?
Yeah.
Well, then I don't want to learn it.
Raffin, do you want haste?
Okay, never mind.
That's not metagamey then.
So what do you think about the spell haste? Oh, wait a minute. So,
I know.
Never
that.
mind, I'll choose a spell later. I wouldn't even be able to have it prepared, I don't think, because I already have full spells prepared. So, never mind.
I do.
So, gains an addition. So, Raffin, you gain an additional action on each of your turns.
Cool.
To take attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use object.
Also, important to note, when the spell ends, they have to lose a turn.
It's up for a minute though, so it's quite a lot. Quite a long time.
Yeah, but it's concentration, so if you get hit and you lose your concentration, then it'll go down.
You
I
put
would
on a
probably
hat.
get-
Try not to get hit by any more branches.
Yeah,
I
because
don't have any
concentration
hats.
is
How do you know you're
constitution.
concentrating?
Right, so Mulburn's not doing anything, but Muir might be doing something.
How far away is the dragon, if we can tell at all, or
Good
can we
enough.
not tell anymore?
You're like maybe 120 feet.
I could just
Nice.
try and pyroblast it.
Like nice.
I'll give it a go.
Sure, go for it.
Is it disadvantage again?
Yeah.
It's not a very good hit.
18.
18. 18 is not good enough, unfortunately.
Dang it!
So
First one
Lilith
was
kind of
26.
fires up another one. It kind of wheaks through the fog and it just sort of disappears and you're not really sure what happened to it. So
Can I cast haste on Raffin?
sure, yeah. Raffin, what are you doing?
I guess we'll head unless I can't pick up Zorgar, but we don't know where he is, do we?
You just know I'm in the woods. You don't know where.
Right. Because what I'll do is I'll head towards the where the lightning strike was, and can I head there and see if I can perceive that that's where the dragon is, and then potentially land, but not if the dragon's not there.
Yes,
so I can always land and drop you guys off.
Dragon.
Yeah, and then I was going to say, because I can drop off those guys and then go and get Zorgar.
You should probably just keep chasing it.
Yeah, I just need to keep chasing it.
Oh, it's just in case. I thought maybe the lightning strike, like
it's
it might.
It's not giving up flying. It's still going.
Oh,
Also,
so
going into the gas at all is a dangerous move.
fair enough. Okay. We'll stay above the thing, but head towards the lightning and see if I can perceive where it is.
Okay. So give us a survival check.
Survival.
I have +6.
Am I to assist from being here before?
Oh Christ!
You can try, yeah.
How fast is Raffin now? Because double twice because he's dashing.
Oh yeah.
15 to assist.
Yes, that gives Raffin a +2 then. So that's him at 10.
So +6 at 16. And he's flying at 160. So it's 320 feet?
All it takes to do, it gives an extra action.
Yeah, he can dash twice.
I thought speed was doubled.
Speed is tripled. What's the flying speed of a giant eagle, Brana?
It was, I believe it was 80. Let me just double check.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yep, 80. Flying.
So you're now 160 flying.
Yeah, why is it tripled?
It's so movement in one, and then dashing is full movement, and then dashing again is another full movement. So that's 80, 80, 80, 240.
But if you dash with when your movement's doubled, so that's.
Is your movement doubled, or is it just?
Yeah, the speed is doubled.
The speed is doubled.
Yeah, the
dash,
speed
yes.
is the speed is not doubled. You get your speed again. It's not the same thing. It's slightly different.
Okay. It's not. You don't double the speed. You just get an extra action, and in that action.
Because it says speed is doubled in the
until
words of the spell.
ends, the speed
Oh.
is doubled.
Is that what the words of the spell say? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so glad we settled that. Raffin, give us a perception check.
$16.
16.
+6.
Are you keeping track of your +6s, Izzy?
Yes, I am.
So is that 22?
Yeah.
So Raffin, you kind of swoop down, kind of skimming over the fog. You can see kind of this sort of shape making its way through the tree line. Kind of a dark shape underneath. That looks to be broadly dragon shaped.
But it's flying at pace. Can
Yes.
we just... And going into the green's fog is not a good idea.
Well, if you're keeping up the pace with it now, it's probably fine. It's just that it can disorientate you.
Okay. What do you think then, folks? Do we dive?
You try shoot it first, just to make sure.
Well, if we dive and sit behind it, and we can see it, then everyone has a clear shot. And then if we dive, it's not there. We just have to pull back up.
That's true.
It'd be good to get you melee guys onto the dragon as well.
Yes.
Yeah, dive. Good,
Yeah,
dive.
dive.
Yeah.
Gordon's alive. Right, I shall dive. Like the Hawkman I am.
Okay.
And then
Raffen has mental speed. He has 480 feet per.
Ooh, that's fast.
480 feet
If-
per
if
turn.
that-
How long's a turn?
6 seconds.
That-
Seconds.
Nyoo.
You're like a bullet.
I'm just wondering how much damage we do if we just dive bombed the fucker. Like, how long's the turn in seconds?
6 seconds.
300
Seconds.
That's 327.27 miles per hour.
Oh my god.
I'm like a jet eagle. Cool. Well, that's my game plan, Jake. Is I'm going to try and dive in such a way that if the dragon is there, then people can be ready and leap for its back. Those that want to leap on its back, and if not, then we'll sort of land behind it.
Okay. So, the eagle, traveling at 327 miles an hour, is going to...
It's 54 miles per hour. He got it wrong.
Yeah.
That's quite a significant miscalculation.
Yeah,
54 miles an hour.
yeah.
That is very, very
Because
It's very underwhelming, that.
A turn is 6 seconds, and it's 80 feet per second. So
Yeah.
it's 54 miles an hour.
Okay.
Damn it.
Is
Alright.
he
Okay.
dashing?
So, Raffen, you dive under the cloud cover. You can see kind of ahead of you is the dragon. Rurak is holding onto the back of it. The lake is sort of... It's approaching the lake. It will get there next turn. So, who is holding an action for a scenario like this?
I am.
If there's a new turn starting, then I'll happily take an action. But
Well, we're so after Raffen in the turn, so Mulbrin is actually the only person who has had their turn skipped over. So Mulbrin, if you want to do anything, now would be the time, unless you want to hold
Do
for a different
I-
thing.
Do I see him?
Yeah,
see her?
you can see him ahead, or her rather.
Fire away!
Go for it.
Is Rurak still on it?
Yes, you can see Rurak.
So, is that a flank?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Nice.
First hit is a 23.
That will hit, yeah.
The second one is a 24.
That will also hit.
So that is plus 13 plus 7, which is a 30.
30.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So Mulbrin kind of, as you dive under this mist, Mulbrin kind of fires off 2 bolts, and you can see them whiz through the air and stick kind of just in the tail. And then Naren, it would be your turn.
Are we close enough for me to board the dragon?
Board the dragon.
You'd have to leap, but you can go for it. You know, you're unlikely to have a nice ramp onto the dragon with which to board. You're about as close as, you know.
And this is gonna be a man boarding party? Just how far is it? Do I think that jumping I'm not going to miss?
I mean, there's always a chance of missing.
That's true.
Because you're like right now, you're trying to jump from a plane into another plane, while both planes are flying alongside one another.
But not
It's
quite as fast
relative
as we thought.
Velocity.
But my tridents can't just reach from the eagle, no?
Not currently. The eagle could almost certainly be maneuvered into such a way that your tridents could reach from the eagle.
And there's no, like, if I were to jump, there's no Indiana Jones Crystal Skull situation where there's a tree
There-
ahead.
there- Are you asking if there's conveniently placed vines and monkeys to kind
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Oh. I'm going to. How hurt does the dragon look?
Quite a lot of bleedingness happening on the dragon.
Its face is blown up.
And how far away from
Fine.
this layer do I think we are?
It's almost above the lake, where the
Okay,
waterfall feeds in, where you met the kobolds last time.
Fuck it. I'm gonna jump using my tridents as kind of stabbers, like ice picks, basically, into a dragon.
All right, go for it. Give us an athletics check.
Make sure you streamline yourself.
Okay, I'm going to maybe use a lucky on that. Okay, I'll take that.
Woo.
Mark up a lucky. Yeah, so that's 28.
28. So Naren leaps from Craftlin's back and kind of skids in with the trident, kind of managed to get a purchase on the dragon. You still got an action, Naren. That's probably a bonus action to leap, we'll say.
Ah, okay. Then I will repetitively stab the dragon 3 times.
Go for it.
How does this look from X perspective? Whereabouts is Naren?
On the tail.
On the tail. Okay.
Ooh, a 23, a 19, and a 22.
You're a 23 and you're 22 hit.
Cool. So that's the damage there, I believe. 12 and 9.
21.
1d6. Oh no, I remember the issue. Is it D&D Beyond is stupid and counts Nautilus as a d6 instead of a d8.
Yeah, so you have to take the two-handed one. The leftmost number there, right?
Okay.
So that's 28.
Plus, what's the plus 6 is my strength and the plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so 28.
Okay, so Naren kind of leaps on, kind of grabs on as best he can, stabs the trident in, gets Nautilus in 3 times. Lyda, it's your turn.
Alrighty-o. How is it looking really rough, or is he still like?
Still quite a lot of dragon happening.
All right. And there's no disadvantage on attack rolls or anything right now.
Not right now, no.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna use disintegrate.
Go for it.
Because I kind of don't want to disintegrate the dragon, like, so I'm hoping I don't make it hit 0 hit points, which I'm sure I won't. So it needs to make a dex saving throw. Because we can harvest it for shit.
22.
Shit! Well, that's fine. She'll take half damage.
Roll the dice. Oh, dang.
Oh.
It's a 75.
So that's 37.5, right?
Yeah.
So Lyda kind of, from Raffin's back, points and there's this arc of green lightning, spits out of her finger and slams into the dragon. And you can see kind of like some of the surface color on the scales kind of wicks away into sort of this kind of dust-like thing on the wind. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, that's me. That's my action.
Okay. Are you taking any stronghold actions, Darren?
No one has been hurt yet.
Then it is the Dragon's go.
Delightful.
And she dives into the lake.
Okay.
So
Into the what?
Into the lake.
Into the lake.
I thought that's what you said.
Can everyone currently on a dragon,
Yeah.
any dragon, give me an athletics check, please?
Oh, a long time ago, I learned how to turn into a very big shark.
Why did you going twice? Stupid mouse.
This is an athletics check, you said?
Yes.
Oh my god, are you gonna drop from a high place and then turn into a shark and then go in?
Whoa.
That'd be pretty dope.
That'd be sick.
See,
So much speed on entry.
Hunter shark.
For lucky, I have to decide to use it before I know what I'm having to beat, right?
Yeah.
That's how that works. And I forget, can I take my original roll or do I have to take the new one? I'm just reading it now. Oh, you can roll an additional d20 and you choose which die to use.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, I'll take the first one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, Burak and Naren, you are on the dragon. The dragon plunges into the lake, and you are kind of engulfed in this water. Can you both make Constitution saving throws for me, please?
Okay.
Twenty.
Sorry, one sec.
Oh,
Oh no.
does that mean I failed, Jake?
No, that is the damage that Burak is going to take of acid damage. So as you kind of plunge into this water, you can feel it like sizzling on your skin. It tastes really alkaline and awful. Naren, you take 12 acid damage.
Okay.
And she is kind of bearing you. She dives under the lake and then kind of swims quite far down. And then you're it's difficult to open your eyes in this water. But the bits you can see, it's like you're in some sort of tunnel. And it's 10 o'clock just now. So we're going to probably stop there and pick it up next week.
Damn it.
Oh,
Dang it!
Alright.
Cliffhanger.
So if you watch the stream, cheers for watching. Back next week at some point. We'll see you then.